Chapter 6 Value Stream Mapping and Key Process Definition. Why do we do what we do each day? The leaders in most, if not all, high-performing organizations will tell you that all work is a process. They will also tell you that if you want to improve performance, you first have to define what needs to be improved. Process or workflow diagrams, value stream maps, and key process definition blueprints are three tools you can use for this purpose. These tools help you visually define what you are currently doing each day. They can also be used to define what you need to be doing each day in order to more consistently meet and possibly exceed the expectations of your internal or external customers. Value stream maps are a big picture version of a process flow diagram. All three tools visually represent the flow of the work that you do each day. The process definition blueprint helps you define your key processes, their customers, the requirements of those customers, and the key measures that should be used to gauge your progress in meeting those requirements. In this workbook section, we will look at the basics of creating a value stream map. After reviewing the core concepts of value stream map creation, you will use these concepts to create a value stream map for a key customer or customer group. Once created, this map can be used to identify customer-specific, high-value opportunities for improvement. Your challenge will be to further refine these tools when you get back to work and look for ways to use them as time goes on to identify where process improvements can be made to reduce process waste and increase the amount of customer value your processes provide. It sounds simple, but remember, most people don't have a process focus. Most people prefer to do what they've always done, their daily work habits, and expect better results. Unfortunately, real process improvement just doesn't work that way. The Drawing That Changed Japan. Dr. W. Edwards Deming's Drawing That Changed Japan, from his book Out of the Crisis, shows the basic value stream map for most, if not all, organizations in their most simple form. It, in essence, started the quality and process improvement movement over 60 years ago. The intent of the reengineering and lean thinking approaches that followed were to streamline and align work processes. Using these approaches would help companies do more with less, while also providing higher levels of customer value. Unfortunately, many of the companies who applied these approaches merely reduced their management ranks. Waste remained in key work processes. This diagram also represents the basic SIPOC, or Supplier, Input, Process, Output, Customer maps you might see for a very simple process or organization. The people who survived the layoffs of the 1990s were forced to eliminate non-value-added and some value-added tasks from their daily list of duties. This allowed them to do at least a little more with a lot less. Without downsizing to force this process, it is doubtful that this much non-value-added work would have been eliminated. A lot of wasteful activities remain, however, as many ineffective systems remain in place. The labor changes that happened as a result of the 2-year pandemic also affected the value-added work in the workplace. Labor shortages as a result of retirements and people choosing different career paths have resulted in challenges in even performing the most value-added activities for many customers. Ironically, the need to add customer value has been lost, if not ignored, in a majority of the efforts that have been made to make work processes and systems leaner. In many cases, process redesign and headcount reductions have resulted in lower levels of customer value, and in many cases, lost customers. This often happens simply because an organization has never formally defined what their customers require from the customer's perspective. In other cases, Systems are not in place to gauge the customer's satisfaction with the level of value that is currently being provided. What is a value stream map? A process map, flowchart, or workflow diagram with data. The foundation for lean improvement methods. A key tool for reducing process cycle time and non-value-added costs. Value stream maps are used to capture work in process, cycle time, setup times, changeover times, error rates, idle time, etc. for each key work process. The map shows the sequence and movement of information, materials, and actions in your company's value stream, and it helps people understand how separate parts of the stream combine to create products or services. What is a value stream map? How is it different from a basic process or workflow diagram that contains event blocks and decision diamonds? These 6 characteristics should help you answer these questions. Value stream maps show the flow of work, just like a workflow diagram does, but they represent a bigger picture perspective. Since all work is a process, value stream maps are the foundation for your lean improvement efforts. You can't improve what has not been defined. These maps show the flow of the value that is created as you produce a product or provide a service. Once you've created a visual picture of your key processes, you can use that picture to identify current process cycle times and areas of non-value-added costs. Various symbols and data boxes are used in a value stream map to show the sequence of movement of information, materials, and actions in your product or service value streams. The data boxes are used to capture work in process levels, cycle times, setup times, error and rework rates, idle time, and other key performance facts for each process in a value stream. Because the value stream map is highly visual and symbol-based, it can help your people better understand how the separate parts of the stream combine to deliver products and services to customers. It helps your people see the big picture and how they play a role in meeting the requirements of their customers. Most importantly, these maps help initiate conversations about where value is not being added and where improvements are needed. 3 parts of a value stream map. Most organizational maps, such as organizational charts, represent reporting relationships. That is how we develop silos and the related competitive counterproductive behaviors. The value stream map shows the path to revenue generation and profits of product delivery or service delivery. There are 3 main types of information shown on a value stream map. You can reference the examples on pages 64 and 65 in the workbook to make sure that you can match the information type below to its visual representation on the map. The first part on a value stream map is the flow of customer product. Supplier inputs into the value stream can be seen on the left-hand side of the 2 examples. Value stream outputs to customers can be found on the right-hand side of each map. In both examples, only key suppliers are shown. The second part of a value stream map shows the transformation or providing of a service. The flow of process blocks between suppliers and customers makes up the value stream. Each process block has a series of steps, process performance indicators, workflow diagrams, and standard operating procedures and work instructions. The third part of a value stream map shows information flows, and it looks at information flows to and from the value stream in the form of performance reports, production and maintenance work orders, workforce schedules, and other types of guiding documentation. And this may be in a digital form or in a hard copy form. Most information flows in organizations have not been streamlined and in turn contain redundant and little used information. Additionally, they have not been digitalized and result in additional errors being made as information is transferred from one form to another or from one form to the computer system, or vice versa. Consider applying 5S and other lean practices to your information streams.